You would do anything for your family, Capricorns. That's the 10 of Cups and the Ace of Cups here. And this is just how you are. This is the way that you operate, is that you always put family first and other people in your family before you do. Here's the problem. I'm going to move these cards out of the way. On a deeper level, this is a way for you not to actually face or address things about yourself in your own life, and in a way, always helping other people is a distraction for not helping yourself. Because we have the Seven of Swords, the Magician, and the Six of Swords. It is like, Six of Swords is denial. It's not wanting to look at something in yourself, not wanting to fix yourself, not wanting to transmute yourself, the Magician here, because Seven of Swords is a deception, a self-deception that we need to focus on other people first and put other people before ourselves. Whew. Okay, on the bottom we have the Hanged Man, the King of Cups. It's like, it's a learning process, the Hanged Man, but you guys actually feel like you don't deserve to be looked at, to be put first. You don't feel like you deserve to be in first place. You feel like everyone else in your family, everyone else around you deserves to first dibs on everything or deserves to be put on a pedestal before you. Well, that's actually, this is all stemming from a lack of value in the self, maybe like a self-esteem issue, but you guys have a strange way, I would actually go ahead and say distorted way, of looking at other people as better than you, and therefore you always want to do things for other people rather than do things for yourself. Let's pull oracle cards. Capricorn. Yeah, it's like, look at this. We have Virgo and then the Ship reversed. It's like you'll put the focus on anyone but yourself. You are like, you think of yourself as nothing. Everyone else is more important. It's all about everybody else. But why isn't your life important? Why don't you focus on your life, or why don't we look at ourselves rather than always be like helping other people or giving so much to other people, but then neglecting our own needs or neglecting to look at ourselves or maybe even do some work on ourselves. So with the Ship reversed, it's also escapism. That's what I'm getting with the Ship reversed here. We don't want to look at ourselves. We specifically avoid looking at ourselves, maybe even our physical body. Maybe you guys don't like your own body, and that's one of the things that you try to avoid looking at or dealing with, and you're meddling in all these other things or all these other people's business because you don't want to look at the self, the body, etc. Some more interesting cards here, guys. Let's take a look. We have the Mask reversed. That's like a really distorted image, self-image. The Mask reversed is a distorted self-image. It can be, what is that? What do they call it? Self-dysmorphia. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you always see something that's ugly. Maybe there's something, maybe that is when you dig down to the bedrock, that's part of this, where that's part of the reason why everyone is more valued than you, is you have a distorted sense of your self-image. And then we have Sagittarius with the Wizard's Tower here. And it's funny because both these cards are good. Sagittarius and the Wizard's Tower is good, but there's a bit of a procrastinator energy. It's like saying, oh, I'll do that when I'm older. I'll do that when I'm older. I'll do that later. I'll do that. It'll be a proper time at this point later in my life. It's always putting off looking at the self, looking at your body, or addressing the parts of yourself that you don't want to address by putting them off and then helping other people in the meantime and focusing on other people in the meantime. Okay, well, let's pull some advice for you, Capricorn. Advice for Capricorn. Oh man, okay, this is getting real heavy, guys. The advice is almost like seek therapy, because Three of Swords reversed is you guys got trauma. There is a reason why you have a distorted sense of self-worth. Maybe somebody like dumped you in a super traumatic way, out of a super traumatic breakup, and it scarred you for life. And that's really kind of where you're still sitting with all that stuff, like you bring in with you, it's like baggage for you, because that's where the Seven of Swords come from. The Seven of Swords from before, the distorted sense of value, that where you don't see yourself as being worth as much as everybody else. It's all part of the trauma. So you guys got to deal with that. You have to figure out and drill down to the bedrock and really start to figure out why you put the focus on and the value on everybody else besides yourself. I'm not sure about this. Let me see about this. You know, I'm going to pull specific cards on this Ten of Cups. This pesky Ten of Cups came back out, and I'm curious to see why it's here. Tell me about this Ten of Cups. Tell me about the Ten of Cups. Wow. So to clarify the Ten of Cups, I got Scorpio. So you compare yourself. You compare yourself to people, and you don't think you're as good as they are. That's and then you value them more than you, and then you focus on them. It's all part of the self-esteem, or like the self-value problem. And then it's maybe the people around you are pretty and they have it going on, and you're comparing yourself to them, but it is rooted in yourself. You're the problem. It's not the fact that you have all these pretty people around you. Really, it's your trauma that's the problem, and you guys got to deal with it. Let's put Vegetarians. Capricorn, please. Capricorn. Advice for Capricorn. Okay, so interesting. For advice from the Oracle cards, now we have Pisces reversed. That's stop looking at other people and comparing yourself to other people. That's pretty simple. It's kind of like pay them no mind. It is like pretend like they're not there, because everybody's journey is their own journey, and comparing your journey to other people's is creating a distorted perception as to where you're supposed to be. It's just not a good strategy. The advice is here, focus on not on that, on probably yourself, on what you're doing. In fact, look, the staff, focus on what you're doing. And then we have the arrow on target, focus on what you're doing, and stop like turtlenecking. I want to say stop turtlenecking at what everybody else is doing. All right, Capricorns, I think that's going to be a reading. I hope you guys liked the reading. Thank you guys for being here. If you want to see more of these videos, don't forget to follow the channel. See you next time.